Nightwing issue 50. Benjamin Percy is writing this issue, although I don't think that really matters all that much.
They say he's writing this issue.
Yeah, Christopher Mooneyham and Travis Moore are the two artists because there's flashbacks with different art. Which right away I'll say that the art in the present day stuff is pretty good art, and then the art in the flashbacks is not so good, or at least it's
interesting.
It's a different enough style that I don't. It feels out of place compared to the other art.
That's fair. I feel like there was more artists, but I'm gonna have to go check the credits page because it felt like more to me.
Well, the reason why I said the art in the present day stuff was good is because I really liked the stuff with Babs, specifically in the Batcave with her new outfit. I thought it looked really good.
Like the final 2 pages with them together.
Yeah, with her and Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff looked really good.
There's a third artist.
There you go.
Klaus Janson.
Oh, is that him? Is that the good one?
I don't know.
It might be.
I think so. Because I think those pages with Babs and Batman are a separate artist because they don't look like any of the other two to me. Because I don't like the stuff with Dick in the present day. It's got this horrible look to it of almost like they Photoshop the layers together.
Oh sure.
So like Dick especially looks like he's on a separate layer. It doesn't blend.
I don't hate it, but I do think it's not great. I think it's better than the because I was upping the present day stuff because of those later pages. If that's a different artist, then fair enough. That stuff's great on its own. The other stuff with Dick in the bar and all that, that's kind of like median because I think the flashback stuff's like it would probably be fine in its own book if it was more of a pulpy book on its own.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the art itself of that one of the flashback. I agree, it feels out of place. I don't have a problem with how it looks.
And I guess what they're going for is, it's back in the early days of Robin, so it's a more pulpy time. But like the way Scarecrow looks so cartoony, especially when he's Jonathan Crane with the mask off, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's what. Because I think Janssen's that 2 pages. So Travis Moore and Mooneyham. I think the flashback stuff might be Mooneyham because that looks more like in line with what the book has been up to this point.
Yeah.
I think that's him. And like I say, I do prefer that. It feels out of place in this issue because that's the flashback stuff and it feels so different.
That's fair.
But I think objectively, I think it's better than the present day stuff, which I don't like the look of at all.
Not counting the Batgirl
Not counting those
pages.
3 pages, yeah.
Yeah, which are very good. I'll take more of his Batgirl, please. Thank you. So I want to start off by saying this. I absolutely despise this issue, and
it's atrocious.
I hate it with every fibre in my being, and I think it's notable. This is the first time I think since the start of this show, since we started doing this back at the start of Rebirth, where I've actually I hate Red Hood and the Outlaws. I didn't like that at all.
You're always gonna hate Red Hood.
But this is the first time where they've actively made me angry because they're taking someone and they're just ruining them. Right? They're just ruining a character.
They're taking them out back and shooting them in the head.
Literally, actually, in this case, he got shot in the head. Yes. And here's the thing, right? Whenever you have a story where you're taking a character and you're giving them amnesia or you're making them change, it can work in some instances, right? I'll point out a certain legendary Dougie Jones in Twin Peaks because that was like, we want that character back, and he's not him for like most of that season.
It's frustrating, but it's frustrating because you know it's coming.
Yeah, that was like. That works, and there's some other examples of work because the idea is that you see flutters of who the person is, and I think I think with Dougie Jones especially, he was a blank slate. He was just
literally, yes.
Yeah. Whereas I think the problem here is not only is he not like Dick Grayson, he's just kind of he's an asshole. Yeah, he's unlikable. I don't like this person. He's awful.
Yeah. I can see why Percy left the book.
Yeah, if this was being forced on him, if they wanted him to continue with this version of Dick, I get it. Run for the hills.
This has come from Didio. I'm telling you.
You know what? I'll take it because
he's like, all right, I can't get away with actually killing him because he tried that before, and
you kill him in everything but actual killing. Like he's dead. He's dead essentially. This is not Nightwing, and it's not permanent. Because they can get such a cheap victory in a year or two's time when Nightwing's back for real. Like Dick Grayson gets his memories back and he's Dick again. Like that's going to happen, and yeah, I'll be there, sure. But do you know what the funny thing is? Before this, I was saying that I was going to read issue 1 of, or 51 of Lobdell's thing. I don't think I need to because this
hate read it for us.
Because this is Percy, and I still hate this. The concept at its core is absolutely atrocious. I really want to swear right now. I want to drop F-bombs left and right about this because I hate it.
We're a family-friendly show.
Yes, we are.
I'll tell you what, if you hate read the next issue, I'll do it with you.
Oh, you're on. You're getting bonus Lovedella, Connor. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Just to hate read this Nightwing, being like, no, this ain't the Dick I like.
This is not my kind of Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. No, I like right from the get-go, his arrogant narration about not wanting to remember who he is and not wanting to help anyone. He gets a job as a cab driver for some reason.
To keep moving. I don't know.
I don't know. It feels so forced. This feels like New 52 edgy bullshit, where we want him to be completely different and have this edgier attitude, and
this honestly feels worse than almost anything in the New 52 in that sense. Because at least the New 52, they just went, all right, across the board, we're trying different things.
Oh,
right?
sure.
It mostly failed, but at least I get what the point was. This has just ruined a perfectly good book.
It has, and I think the reason why it makes me think of the New 52, beyond just forcing things onto characters that don't feel right, is that obviously Babs comes and speaks to him and he has that conversation with Batman, and and it's easily my favourite part of the book because Babs is still Babs, so she still feels true to who she is, right? Yeah. But like, the problem here is that this is intentionally separating Nightwing from the Bat family. At least it feels that way. It feels like when I read Nightwing now. Well, not when, because I'm not going to. But if I was reading Nightwing now, it's going to feel like this separate pocket of a universe where he's not connected to anyone. And no, like for Nightwing, no, he like we always say, Dick and Wally are the heart and soul of the DCU. It's notable that
there are points where Nightwing felt separate because as a character, he's like, no, I want to go off and be my own man, do my own thing, right?
His connections in history still felt important though, even if that was driving him to stay separate.
No, it was, but it was very much a choice of it felt natural because the character wanted to prove that he deserved his own thing, right? And it was like, no, This is why Nightwing deserves to be a thing. We prove that the concept works away from Batman. So that works for me. Here it's just screw it. Just hide him so we don't have to deal with Dick.
I hate him. I absolutely hate him. And if this is in any way because Tim's getting more of a Tim-like role, then screw Tim.
Can we have both?
I mean, sure, yeah, I'd happily have both. Also, well, I'm at it. We're Stephanie Brown, dickwads.
I'm long on record as Tim being my favourite Robin. I probably prefer Dick as a character overall, but Tim is my favourite Robin. And I want there to be more Tim, because, I've been missing it. I got a bit in Detective over the last couple of years, but he was missing, and it's like, I want my starring role. And then...
Then Bendis gets
even pretend I was reading it. Let's go. Pretend I was excited. Yes, Tim's back. That's great. I'm, even though I'm not reading it, I'm still happy he's around. But can't we have Dick as well? Why can't we have both? We had both for decades, and no one complained. It was fine.
Jason's the one we need to get rid of.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope the Joker kills him again in 3 Jokers.
Oh, that'd be so satisfying.
That'd be hilarious to me. So, this is the thing. I hated every page of that. This was a comic I was not enjoying reading. I was forcing myself through it to get to the end because I had to talk about it. I had to get through it and talk about it on the show. It was a chore. It was difficult page to page. After about 3 or 4 pages, when I realized what this was, it was like, I already know I hate this. And nothing it did, nothing it said, every word that came out of his mouth just made me hate him more.
Yeah.
And if you want to change a character, then change them through evolution, change them through growth, where it feels natural. This is just all of a sudden, not Joel, he's a dickhead now.
Yeah.
And he's got a shaved head because he looks like an asshole as well. Why not?
Yeah, and then he burns all of his old costumes. Nightwing is dead.
Yeah, we had to do that ending, and also, of course, we're teasing that Jonathan Crane is going to be related to something going on now because the feather and whatnot. Who
It's
cares?
fine. I mean, I'm not against that.
Oh yeah, that's fine as a plot, but I'm saying it doesn't matter. I don't even. I'm barely spending time thinking about it. I'm too busy
I
commiserating.
actually hated this issue more than like most issues of Red Hood.
It was more of a slap in the face.
That's it, because I care about Dick. I don't give a shit about Jason.
It was a dick slap in the face.
It was. Like, that's the thing. Red Hood, it's so badly written. I hate it, and it's awful. But at the end of the day, it's Jason. They're not ruining anyone I care about. This it doesn't fill me with angry passion in the same way this hate. Like, it actually makes me angry.
This is garbage. I cannot wait to see the sales numbers for issues like 50, 1, 2, and 3, just to see how much they go down from what they were.
50, they'll go up a little bit.
That's why I'm saying not 50, and not even 51. That's why I'm saying 52 and 3 specifically.
Yeah, no, I think even 51, 2, 3 will go up a bit because of when the orders are going. I think they'll go, new writer, fresh start.
And actually, to be fair as well, the news of Percy leaving was a last minute change. It wasn't like in the solicits, because he was solicited for another couple of issues.
He was solicited up to the end of 52. Yeah.
So, but I will be fascinated to see how much this book nosedives after a few issues.
Yeah, give it to like in the 55 to 58 range. That's when I expect to see the drop.
Because I can't imagine anyone who likes Nightwing wanting to read this. I can't imagine.
This is straight up one of the worst issues I've read on this podcast, and I've read some shite.
I hate it. I hate it with every fibre of my being. You wanted hate? Here's some hate.
I'm out of words for how much I hate this. I can't think of any new ways to describe how atrocious it is.
I put it off till last night. I was putting it off.
See, that's it. I had a feeling that. Because, I said to you earlier in the week, it's like, I read a couple of things. I read Nightwing to get it out of the way. And you went, but it's still Percy. And I went, yeah, but I had a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I left it at that. I didn't say how bad it was to you. I wanted you to experience it uncolored. But yeah.
I hate it. It's a travesty of an issue. The direction for Nightwing now is just like... Yeah, you've succeeded in making me drop Nightwing and not wanting to look at it or talk about it until you fix this shit. This is garbage. Now, the good news here is, unlike a lot of the stuff in New 52, this is, the things we're complaining about are contained to a couple of books, whereas for the most part, Justice League's doing great, Batman's doing great, Justice League Dark, Odyssey, they're all doing great.
Yeah,
Superman
Justice League Dark is one of my favourite books right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving that book.
Yeah, like DC as a whole, there's plenty to love. There's plenty of stuff to go be positive about on a weekly basis.
As an issue 50, to just shit all over the previous 49 issues. Wait, did this have a rebirth issue?
Yes.
To shit all over the previous 50 issues.
And an annual.
To shit all over the previous 51 issues. What's the point?
Yeah, I don't know who wants this version of Nightwing, other than Didio, but like possibly, or whoever else is behind this.
That's what. Yeah, we were going. How does Lobdell keep getting these jobs? He's got some and so on. No, he's just going. Hey, Didio.
But
I'll throw Dick to the shite. I'll do it.
Yeah, but is it his idea, or is he just willing to do it? Is he willing to be the one who takes the book when it's this crap that's been forced upon it?
Do you know what? It's almost a punishment. It's like no one wants this job. Hey, Lobdell, we got a job for you. Do you want another book? Yeah, of course I do. Back in New 52, I had 8 going. Now I'm stuck with 1. What's going on? It's all right. We're giving you Nightwing. Here's your direction.
Because I think by the end of this story, right, however long this lasts.
It's going to be at least a year, isn't it?
The dramatic point at the end probably will be he really discovers who Dick Grayson is again, and it's going to be this big uplifting moment, or at least it should be. The problem is that there's no hope of this right now. Right now, the character's just, no, I don't want to be who I was. This guy's a pussy. I'm new. I'm Grey. Yeah, you can call me Grey.
Yeah, he has like 6 different names because they were like, well, we can't think of a good one that'll stick. So what we'll do is we'll throw out a bunch and say, Grey, Grayson, Richard, Rich, Rick, Dick. It's like, pick one. He's like, yeah. He goes, I don't care.
That's just if this does not feel story driven. It feels purely editorially driven, and it feels driven in a way that it's like, I don't know what the purposes of having Nightwing in this situation for a while is. To keep him out of the way, to have a big comeback later, or what? I don't know. Or is it just so misinformed? Is it just this really terrible idea that no one high up enough can shut down? I don't know. It's baffling to me.
I'm convinced this comes from Didio, comes from the top. Because if it came from King, I don't know. I don't see that.
I don't think
he'd be dealing with more of it in his book.
Yeah, I don't think what Nightwing's actually doing post shooting's got much to do with King.
No. I agree. That's that's why I'm not blaming him. I'm saying it didn't come from Percy because he's pissed off. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. Clearly, it's not. It can't. Those are the two people who've been writing Nightwing in or to do with this version of Nightwing.
And to be fair, King as well, co-wrote Dick Grayson for a long ass time. He cares about the character. It's not like someone he wants to throw under the bus. So, yeah, I can't imagine a single Dick Grayson fan on the planet who is enthused by anything that happens in this book. I can't imagine anyone liking it.
I said, I think the only things you can like in this book are the flashbacks because they're kind of just they're just a Robin story, part of a Robin story, basically. Mm-hmm. If you take them on their own, and that like 3 pages with Babs and Bruce. Is it 3 pages? Do you know what? It's only 2 pages. I'm overselling it. And one of them is just a full page spread.
Yeah, it pains me. This is the first like huge misstep DC have made since we started this show, and it's just like, oh my god, what are you doing, you fools? What are you doing?
That's it. There's things I've not liked. I'm not reading Superman in action right now because I don't like Bendis, but I've never gone, oh, it's atrocious. I'm not. What are they doing? They're doing
it's not a misstep. They're not taking Superman and putting him in a place that doesn't work. Like the New 52 did to him for the most part.
Right, exactly. I'm not saying that, but this. Why?
I want Didio's resignation on my desk.
Yeah, good luck with
that. Damn it. I mean, there's like 2 pages of art I really like, and yeah, that's about it. 1 out of 10.
I like the Mooneyham art in the flashbacks a little bit more than you did. Even though I've not been the biggest fan overall, but I think his style works for that stuff more than it has done for the previous Nightwing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll go 1.5.
But that's it. And people can say objectively, no, come on, it's not that. But I was like, no, like this is emotionally driven. This is passion driven. 1 out of 10. I hated it. I absolutely despised it.
And like I say, we actually dislike the art as well.
True, for the most part, yeah.
This is ugly to look at for the most part, and on top of that, it's ruining the character. It's characters. Even if it was a fresh character, the character's unlikable.
If it wasn't Dick Grayson, if this was a new character, it'd be like a 3 or a 4. But because they're ruining a character I like, it's
context.
Yeah, it's a 1 out of 10. No question. I hate it.